his arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was gonna wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring, showcase Umaga's cruel brutality, and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He can be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being. He can easily change that trend right here tonight.
John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a three-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 353 pounds, Umaga. And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
The challenger not taking their eyes off the championship.
And the champ is staring daggers right back at the opposition.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left. Here we go. All the way to the outside. Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that. Delivered into the barricade. Vicious, downright savage club right there.
And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down to who wants it more.
Now's the time to beat the count.
made it back. Double leg takedown. Gonna stack them up here. Look at
Pin. Oh, for the title. What was that? He had it exactly where he wanted it.
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan bulldozer.
Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who... Blast off! Good Lord! Taking flight! Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tie. Turner. And you see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now. We can see a count out here.
He gets into the ring.
That is the confidence of John Cena. The confidence you have when you are the face that runs the place.
Headbutt to the heart.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage.
Umaga proving to be a relentless super heavyweight, determined on becoming the WWE champion tonight.
And Umaga is in control.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now.
Position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena would try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga.
To the gut. Oh, brutal forearm.
With the attacks Umaga has been delivering, you have to think about internal injuries mounting on Cena now.
Umaga exerting his dominance.
Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water.
Off the right hand. What are they planning here? Off the ropes to senton. And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick, he's strong, he's nasty, and he won't be slowed down.
A reversal. He saw that coming.
Catches a punch.
Haymaker after haymaker. Umaga with a reversal. Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe. Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Put into the corner. What could be next?
Man, how many knees are we going to see? Into the abdomen.
Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's up. And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look out!
What a headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know... There's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Umaga is just seeking total destruction right now.
Power slam!
Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to... What's going on other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent?
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga apart. If he gets confused and the bloodthirst takes over, that's where Estrada becomes useful by directing Umaga back to the ultimate goal.
I think Umaga just doesn't know when to stop attacking. He has no sense of what it means to pull back on the reins, so to speak.
Belly to belly. Cena now taking the brunt of the attack. Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Winding up. There's a Samoan spike.
Ouch. That's just not as bad as it could for the champ.
Kick out too.
That was a matter of a fraction of a second.
And now the Samoan bulldozer are going to have to...
This'll do it. Umaga.
Samoan spike.
Oh, we headed towards a title change.
This'll do it. Umaga.
Samoan spike.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
Shoulders down. New champion. An undefeated champion.
Here is your winner, and the new WWE Champion, Umaga!
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE Championship. Cena's title reign is over.
An incredibly